See, Michael does not do so many things. Anytime you see Michael, somebody is going to die or somebody is going to be buried. Don't call Angel Michael. You may be the enemy. Don't be calling. Call Angel Gabriel. Maybe Gabriel come and say, that your neighbor that you are still angry with your neighbor. Forgive the neighbor first. When you say Michael don't talk. Michael come to fight. I get my point now. Because anytime you see Gabriel come to announce new season. Gabriel come to actually tell you a new order. But by the time Michael comes, just know that there's going to be fighting. And you see, before you begin to fight, you must ensure you learn how to fight. Because if you don't know how to fight, don't start fight. Because when you begin to fight with spirit, it did not end. And that's why you began in your family, and now, even when you are tired of fighting, they are still fighting you. Why? Because you started the fight. They didn't tell you to get filled with the Holy Ghost, you got filled with the Holy Ghost. They didn't say you should go to your village, you went there and challenge this and challenge that. Now you are sleeping, they can't allow you to sleep. It's because you started the fight. So your job now is fight to survive. And just when you are thinking you are done fighting, another one appear again. Because in the lineage, in your family, there are so many of them. Spirit don't die, you contend with them to the end. If you are not ready to contend, remain a carnal person. Because the day you are initiated to this, is warfare to the end. I never beg for an easy life, because the easy life does not have any glory in it. All the soldiers that refuse to go for war, they are not decorated. If you see any soldier they put another star, it's because he went for war. You see those attacks at night, it's your pathway to glory. But because you are afraid of it, that's why you can't see glory. You want to have a testimony you have not suffered. How on earth can it be sweet? I was just like that, it just happened like that. What do you mean? You are the only one that understands that. We will not understand it. We want to see how you fight, how you. That is why glory comes from dying. And let me tell you, everything designed to kill you was never designed to kill you. It was designed to make you strong. But you see, it can only make you strong when you hold on to the Lord. Why? Because the weapons of war were actually the tools of the devil. The Bible says no weapon formed against you shall prosper. God does not form weapons against people. Never. It was the devil that formed weapons against people. And that is to let you understand that you are the battle axe of the Lord. You are the warrior princes of the Lord. And you see, your alignment to God, your proximity to God, snare in you an advantage of his nature. His nature and his character gives you that definition. So that by the time you stand by the enemy, by default you can war. You see, in the days of war, when God began to battle in the earth as though it was not him battling, you see, he showcased men like Samson. So Samson was not really trained in military. But how comes a man will use a jab bow of an axe and begin to slay thousands? You see, that one now is not a battle of men. Because real battle, you know, is spear and shield, right? And you need to have an alignment of all kinds of army, you know. They are protecting themselves with the shield, they are going with the spear, they are protecting. But this one now is only him. And how comes this one now is not a man battle? This is the battle of the Lord. And when God wants to do a battle, it's not about skills. It's not about physical skill to say. It's not about the certification in military. It's by the hand of the Lord. And you see, the battle of the Lord is done within the glory. And that is why it was only David that understood that. And when David went to war, he knew that there is more battle with the Lord than with men. And so he knew that the Lord actually is the one that is the Lord of hosts. And he can advance like the movement upon the mulberry. Because David fought so many wars, lose none. How? Not because he was too wise. In fact, I have never seen a foolish military intelligence like the one that David did. How can you gather singers, gather psalmists, and put them at the front and say, let's go for battle? If you are the choir master, will you agree? What weapon of war is to put choir people ahead to be advancing in war? And they are eating, they are dancing, you know, they are eating, they are dancing, they are eating, they are dancing. What kind of a thing is that? I know in the Hebrew culture, they may not sing too many things, right? It's just, you know, they can keep saying, or they're just saying the same thing. And if you are among them, are we really okay? What's going on here? I thought we are supposed to be, you know, advancing with the shield. But that weapon of war is actually of the Lord. So when David stood by Goliath, he knew that it was not really about, you know, the size of the spear, the size of the shield. So when Goliath looked upon him and said, I can't see anything here, what Goliath could not see was glory. And he doesn't know that through him that men will see the glory of God. So he does not know that glory is hidden, right? But the glory will be revealed through the slaying of the giant. And that is the reason why when God began to do things with you, people may see the pain, look upon you, look there, see that, but by the time God began to do, they begin to see glory. So as they were looking, they were wondering, all the men that have shield and spear, those that have the decoration of captain, when they stood, when Goliath laughed, all of them ran away. And just when Goliath wanted to run and go to the palace to go and bring the king of Israel and throw him up, they began to cry. They said, I'm even giving my daughter. Anybody that can defeat this guy, I'm giving my. What do you mean by your daughter? You are giving everything, including yourself. What do you mean? In fact, in real sense, David became the king of Israel the day he killed Goliath, because there was no longer king. What do you think Goliath wanted to do? Goliath wanted to take the glory. The Philistine wanted to take the glory. It was a dethronement. It was actually an operation in the spirit, because they have seen that the time and the stars have aligned, that a change of government was happening in Israel. Already a transition was going on, and they knew that because that transition was going on, Saul had been rejected by God. And when they knew that God is no longer together with the people of Israel, they can advance now. And because they have seen through astrology, through astronomy, through sorcery, that Israel is that a defense, they say, let's go after them. Because the person that was supposed to protect Israel was cast away. You know, he was cast away to go and stay in the wilderness. And they knew that as they are coming, nobody would defend. So when they came, Goliath boasted. He was laughing. Because you see, Goliath was actually part of the last surviving military strand of Babylon. The system of Babylon is an ancient civilization. The system of Babylon is a combination of diverse princes. What Babylon does is that they combine all kinds of princes to be able to birth a hybrid. So Goliath was an advanced military intelligence. You know what I'm saying now? You know, till today, US are looking for the best army. That's why they are doing all kinds of mutation, all kinds of genetically engineering. Why? They want people that when they cut their hand, they can still fight. They want soldiers. They don't want human soldiers now. They are not looking for human soldiers. Those ones die every day. They want soldiers that can fly. When you are watching Batman, Iron Man, Spider-Man, what do you think they are thinking about? They are telling you, this is what we are looking for. In case you are like them, come, we will employ you. Because they are looking for an army that can't die. They are looking for an army that can fight through war, pass through war. That is what they are looking for. Because in the days of war, strength is an advantage. So they are looking for an army that is strong. They are looking for someone that will shoot you gun and the thing will kill you. No, they want something that can stop the bullet. And they knew that, and so Goliath was an advanced engineering actually in that time in Philistine. And because it's an advanced engineering, they have been using him to conquer and to conquer. How did they create them? Simple. Union, unholy union, unholy union, unholy alliances. In that time, in those past times, kings are not human beings, because kings are permitted to sleep with anything, including beasts. Just bet a hybrid. Why? Because the lineage of kingship are known to be part of the lineage of the gods. Are you getting my point now? So the queens in the palace, actually, they are permitted to do all kinds of things they can do. Sleep with anything you can sleep with. Just give birth to a stronger child. Because we need a stronger child as a gladiator. We need a stronger child as part of a warrior. Because the glory of kingship that time is that the king can lead the battle, or his son can lead the battle. But imagine you are a king and you are a weakling. It doesn't make any sense. And that is why most of those times, the kings try to partner together with the immortals. Many of them eat normal human flesh. Many of them eat beast. You know, they stay with them, eat them. So David training by default was making him already a king. A guy that was fighting with lions, with bare hands. That man is not like a human being. But that was how king was surviving. So you are wondering, why are my attacks? Why are my dreams? Why are my visions? Why am I fighting all kinds of things? Why is it only me? A cat is coming to fight with me. A snake is coming to fight with me. A serpent. You know, I'm seeing lions in my dreams. You are being trained for kingship. Why? Because the weapons of war fabricated inside of you are not ordinary ones. The battles of life can only bring glory when you have conquered through all of these beasts. Because as we begin to advance in the corridors of power, rebellious beasts that God created that don't understand Jesus, they are the one coming after you, because they have rebelled from the very beginning. In fact, they rebelled from when they saw the glory of God. Now they will rebel just because of you. They have been like that for a long time. Why are they coming after you? Because they are coming after men from the very beginning. From the very beginning, Cephas says, when they rebel, they look upon the daughters of women and the daughters of men upon the face of the earth, and they saw that they were fair and they were good, and they look upon them, they defied them. Why they defied them? They built upon themselves an agency of hybrid. And the reason why they built upon themselves that agency of hybrid is so that they can relate with mortal men and relate with immortal men. They were trying to create a pathway, a gateway into heaven. Because if you are going to heaven, you must leave mortality to what? Immortality. Why? Because you know the heavens and the earth mirror each other. But you see, at diverse levels, you must be able to learn when to become immortal, when to become an immortal. Is that true now? So what they were trying to do was to be able to give birth to children of mortal and immortal. Right? And it was only Jesus that was possible. Because it was only Jesus that was the Son of God and the Son of Man. Why? Because the seed, right, was not from the earth. The seed was from heaven. But the problem with the seed of those beasts that fell was because it was corrupted. And when they were corrupted, there was something that was taken away out of them. It was called the glory of God. Because the glory of God was taken from them, they can by power enter inside the womb of women and give birth to something. But that thing will be rebellious, although it will have power. Because it does not sustain glory, it cannot become like a mortal man. Jesus Christ can become a cat. He can become a donkey. He can become an eagle. He can become a lion. Do you realize that now? That is beast being created. But because there was glory actually incubated in him, he can still become a man too. But mind you, these ones left their realm, their first esteemed realm of glory, and they descended lower, and they came and fellowship with the daughters of men and give birth to people that have strength. They are both mortals and immortals. They can leave the earth and go back to heaven, but they can only remain within the second heaven.